Alright, so now she's telling me what to do. Dang. Woo! My goodness. Hey, it's Lance McGowan here, and this is part 2 of the woman that basically didn't like my post about Young Living and got triggered, and she went off on me, and she left such a long personal Facebook message that I had to break it on up, and here is part 2 of it. Okay, so if you didn't watch part 1, make sure to check that out so you can kind of get a little more context, but if you've already watched it, nice job, this will just be a continuation. Okay, so she goes on to say, by the way, the reason both Davids were sacked was because they stole from Young Living, and those peppermint beads was Gary and Mark's baby, and David stole it, and so Gary stopped with it, plus other things. So again, she's making claims without providing the facts to support it, and without fact-based evidence to support it, it's just hearsay. All right. Perhaps they put their houses on the line. They did cash out retirement and put their mortgages and cash out, equity from their home. That is correct. But Thrive Holdings actually owns doTERRA, and so this is another technique that is done. I don't know if people, consciously do this, but it's called, just diverting or, rabbit holing here. And so it's very easy to just not deal with what I mentioned in the video, but instead distract from those facts and just basically mention other stuff. It's kind of like if somebody says, hey, you got a booger in your nose, and then you're like, well, you have eyeballs, and they have little red lines in them. And it's just like, wait, you're going to get your booger, or you're just going to keep pointing out that my eyes have red lines in them because maybe I didn't get enough sleep or something. And I could use oil for that too, but anyways, that's kind of, what's going on here. A little bit of, tick for tack, but not really tick for tack because, it's just, and anyways, here we go. She says, also, I know the financial state of both companies, and Young Living are a much bigger company than doTERRA. What is that based off of? Revenue? What is that based off of, like, profit? What's that, anyways, market share? Like, after the court case, both companies were told they were not allowed to rubbish each other online. Okay, so there was no rubbishing that I've done. I presented fact-based information that was publicly available and added some of my commentary as well, and so not sure what she's talking about. Okay, that might have stopped, but the distributors and the likes of yourself are still doing it, which is, again, a form of projection, because if she's doing that on my personal Facebook, maybe she felt that putting on my personal Facebook wouldn't become public, and therefore she's, not guilty of doing the same thing she mentions, but she's still guilty of the same thing that she just mentioned. So it's just like, okay. Anyways, she goes on to say, you will not find a Young Living distributor doing what you're doing. Your sites are nothing but bagging Young Living. If presenting fact-based information that is publicly available is bagging, there's some very interesting terminology here. I've never heard that. Bagging, then I don't know. That's just not true then, I guess. Who is feeding you wrong information? I don't think she's asking that to seek understanding. I think that's being asked to prove a point. And I know personally that the company Thrive is backing doTERRA up with as much money as they need to do whatever they want, and doTERRA is only a very small part of the parent company Thrive. And so again, this is, number one, would need to be verified. Number two, irrelevant to the topics and points made in the video. And with regards to when you're a private company, either the money has to come from the founders or it has to come from outside sources. Usually angel investors, or you're going to have venture capital firms, and either way the funding has to come from somewhere. Founders, angel investors, venture capitalists, or if you go public, which doTERRA is not, then it has to come from the public buying shares. So money has to come from somewhere. It's not growing on trees. And so anyways, then she goes on to say, Dr. Axe is a perfect plant for doTERRA. Dr. Axe used to be with doTERRA, and then he left due to not having as much freedom as he would like to basically say what he wants about essential oils. And that is a little bit of the context what happened there. Not going to go in details of that. Anyways, it says, Lance, do you really know the truth, or are you just doing what you have been told to do? Nobody's told me to do anything. This is all my own doing. Anyways, by the men at the top who stole from Young Living. This is why they were dismissed. No, that's not. And my video, which I'll have in the link below, will actually cover the facts from the court case, from the transcripts, which are fact-based and can be purchased as well or available to the public down below in the description. Yeah. Okay. Please, Lance, find out the real truth. I did. That's why I created videos on it, and that's why I'm doing a video now. Okay. Anyways, she's wrapping it up here. Here we go. Lance. Oh, by the way, like, I kind of read these messages. I'm making this video. I still haven't responded back. I'll respond back to her, but then she wrote, I guess maybe because I didn't give an immediate response. Lance, I have put 2 messages on your private message. Please read. Okay. Alright, so now she's telling me what to do. Dang. Woo! My goodness. I might need an essential oil. Elevation. Great for, elevating your mood after reading heated, escalated Facebook Messenger comments that were probably better for my YouTube comment section. But right now I really don't care because this smells really amazing. Okay, so Elevation has lavender, Hawaiian sandalwood, tangerine, melissa, ylang-ylang, elemonite, osmanthus, and lemon myrtle. All amazing oils for elevating your mood after things have gotten kinda, not so good. Alright, love this. Again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. A lot of claims and statements were made. Not really sure how they're relevant to the videos I mentioned. I think if somebody really wants to have a nice rebuttal to my videos, they would say, okay, here's each point that was made. Here are the facts that are available for each point. What you had mentioned is 50% of the facts, or, this part is inaccurate based on what you did. So they would actually provide the parts or the facts that are missing. They would provide the inaccurate elements based on what they're able to, verify, and that's based off of like third-party sources that are publicly available. And then they would be able to address each point. What she's basically doing is introducing new points that have no verification. Like when in the book, How to Solve Your People Problems, it's called the bad conflict trap. It's when you basically, somebody says something, you get triggered, you say something to trigger them, and then it just creates this bad conflict cycle of everyone getting triggered. Where I stopped the getting triggered part is she clearly got triggered. I haven't even responded back to her because when I get those type of comment, messages, I'm like, all right, they're clearly trying to win or be right, which is unreasonable. If they're open to the truth and seeking understanding instead of trying to use my words against me, then that's different. And so I kind of have to, I can clearly tell, what people fall under, reasonable or unreasonable, and then I kind of have, based on that book, a way to kind of handle that. And that's covered in Proverbs. Like it talks about the wise person and the fool, and, a whole lot of like, when a fool talks to you, you don't, communicate him in the same way that he communicates to you, but you don't just ignore. Like you do give a response, but it's not the same thing. Like you don't try to keep triggering them. So my response is always going to be the truth, keeping it real, which is pretty much the same thing, and seeking understanding so that I can give both of those more effectively. And people are still not going to like or agree with that for a lot of reasons. Cognitive bias, their own belief systems, how they're raised, they're too entrenched emotionally or financially in whatever they're doing. There's so many reasons. I can keep going on and on and on. That's not what this video is about. At least you kind of, see my perspective on things. You see her perspective, and that's my goal, is to practice empathy, right? Put myself in their shoes and be grateful that I'm not where she's at. Anytime, somebody leaves a negative comment, I am, always grateful that, that I do have the opportunity to influence and positively help people that are ready for it and that want to hear it. And again, when you are emotionally or financially invested in a particular company and you hear things that contradict your belief system, it is going to, ruffle feathers, so to speak. And that's not my intent. My intent is just to be fact-based and keep it real and tell the truth, obviously. But at the same time, I know I don't know everything. So that's why I always encourage people to say, all right, well, what facts am I missing? And which part of my own facts are inaccurate? Let's have a discussion here. Let's really get to the bottom of this. Don't keep introducing unverifiable facts and let those pile up on your end. No. Let's start with what I've mentioned and address them one by one. And then once we've done that, let's go. We can tackle yours. Let's go. All right. Can you verify what you just said here? How accurate is it? All right. Is it all the facts? Okay. Cool. Boom. You got that point. Boom. 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 Let's go. I'll go all day with that. You know what I mean? Because that way, we're getting both value out of hey, we're able to provide information that is verifiable, which is accurate, which is complete, and we're able to have a discussion. But 99% of the people that I talk to will never do that, because that takes a great deal of self-awareness, humility, reasonableness. You gotta have ambition, because it's easy to just say, well, this person or this company did that, but to actually do the research and find what's actually coming behind that, and verify that and all that is work, and people don't want to put in work. So I put in a lot of work on my videos, you can probably tell, but like but at the same time, again, I don't know everything. I'm not perfect, so that's why I'm saying, like, we can make a discussion. Let's go. I'll go. We'll go all day. But until then, they'll just get videos like this where I read off their comments and encourage other people who want to chime in or leave me a message, preferably on YouTube or email. That's probably better. Not my personal Facebook. My business page for my Facebook's okay. But anyways, okay, that's just my personal preference. Doesn't even matter to you. But here we go. That's it for today's video. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Make sure to hit subscribe for future video updates, and most importantly, check out the links in the description below to check out what videos you might want to learn more about next, or just to keep the education train going. And I'll see you in the next video.